Welcome back to Get Ready with Juanita. If you'd like to see how I got this look, please continue watching. So I have my skin prepped and all of the products that I use I'll have down in the description box. The first product that I'm going to start off with today would be my Fenty foundation. I really like this foundation for everyday use. It's such a lightweight foundation. It's natural. It has a nice natural finish whilst sort of evening out the complexion. And I find that like throughout the day, I don't feel like I can feel it on my skin. It's just a really nice foundation to wear. And I mean, as I try foundations and as time goes on, I have to say this is one that I really enjoy. And I also really enjoy the Givenchy and the Dior as well. The Dior matte is absolutely beautiful, and I love the Dior stick. I mean, I'll probably take my Dior stick when I travel this summer because that's a nice, easy product to carry, and it's such a beautiful formula. It'll be nice for the summer. There we go. So I've got my foundation spread out, sort of pushed into my skin. And then I'm going to use the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. I'll just put this on. So I usually put a little extra in my high wear areas throughout the day as well. So that's around my nose, around my chin. But as you can see, I'm probably having another little flare up, and which can sort of affect things for me. But I'm doing well, and I like doing my videos because it gives me something to focus on, and I like that. I like getting up and getting ready, and it makes me feel good. So it's just a bit of self-care, even when my body is doing what it's doing. There we go. So yeah, so like I was saying, so with a concealer, if you let it sit there for a few minutes, it'll dry down a bit, not like fully. You don't want to let it fully dry down, but just a little bit, and that means you're just going to get a heavier, um, like it'll become more opaque, meaning you'll get more coverage out of it. There we go. So it'll be better for like covering up your dark spots if you just give it a little bit of time there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just go in with my other products, my other cream products, and I'm just going to use my Charlotte Tilbury. I like this bronzer. It's a nice neutral bronzer. Probably look great on many skin tones just because where it's neutral, and I have a neutral undertone anyway. I really enjoy this product. And then so I'm just going to put a little bit of this on just to give my face some shape again. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe After Party blush. So I'll go in with my cream first. So I'm going to go in with my cream blush, and I'll put a little bit on, and then I'll also put a little bit of the more shinier balm down as well. And it's just going to act as like a highlighter. I used a term inappropriate the other day, and I'm aware of that. I said underpainting. Underpainting is usually done under the foundation, and so before you even put your foundation on. So it wasn't truly underpainting what I was doing. So, but I do like to set usually my cream products with the powder. I just get, you know what, but I usually don't struggle with wear too much either. But if you struggle with wear, like wearing, like if your blush wears off before you want it to during the run of a day, then maybe using a cream blush or a balm blush and then putting a powder over it, you'll end up getting a longer wear out of it. And also a good setting spray might help as well. So for me, I use the Charlotte Tilbury, but there's other great setting sprays out there too, guys. It's just the one that I like to use because I'm a mature woman with mature skin. So there we go. Yeah, so like, I mean, what I have seen from other people with other skin types, like the One Size has this can spray that is super good, especially for the people with oily skin. That's what they say. I can't comment it on myself because I've never used it. I got dry skin though. I've got combo dry leaning skin. All right, guys. So I have that down. And let's see, I think for funsy today, I'm going to use my little Easy Bake just because I'd like to test these out just a little bit more. And these are like sort of little trial ones. And I've, the times that I have used this, I've actually liked it. I was worried that it was going to really dry my face out, but like with all my setting powders, I use it sparingly anyway. Like I use enough just to set my makeup and not to dry my face out because you can easily do that too. So, but this is such a beautiful blurring powder. Yeah, very beautiful. All right, guys. Perfect. So now that I have my base products on, I'm going to go off screen and get my eyebrows done, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'm back and I've got my eyebrows done, and I created this look today. Just having a bit of fun, and this is something a little new to me. Um, and I think I like it. I like the way it turned out. Will I do it again? Probably. It's fun. I love makeup and I love to play with makeup. So I ended up using my singles that I got from Oden's Eye, the mystery boxes I got this year, and really love these colors. And I'm so finally glad that I had a chance to play with these beautiful aqua turquoise type colors. They're just gorgeous, and the blues, which is surprising because like I said, I'm just someone who always, I've tried blues on before that never really looked good on me, but now that I'm using my blues in a different way, in a different sort of, I find it way more complimenting. So like using the blue as the eyeliner, really I find is attractive. So anyway, for me, and that's just in my opinion, I like it. Anyway, guys, so I'm just going to show you what I did. I started off, it's a simple look. I started off with this beautiful matte, and guys, I can't get over the how buttery soft these singles are. They are so gorgeous. I really didn't anticipate them being this buttery. Um, so it makes me sort of curious about maybe ordering some more singles to add to my collection now that I've started. I might like go in there and have a look at some of the shades to add, because I also have the other magnetic palette that I can yet fill up. But I'm just so impressed by these singles, and even the shimmers are just so buttery and so beautiful. So, but I mean, I'm still just, even like looking at this, this is a pastel, and like that's building up. That's a really nice color and it's building up, and pastels, can be hard, I think, to formulate. Now, am I, in the business of formulating eyeshadows? No. But to my understanding, that's, yeah, they can be, and that's like purples, like developing purple eyeshadows are apparently quite hard as well. Again, I don't have the experience in actually making an eyeshadow, but so I'm just repeating things that I've learned along the way. All right, guys, so I've got that nice color built up. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use just a bit of my NYX glitter glue, and I'm just going to lay that down. So I'm just going to lay this down. I have company here for a few days, so you might hear some background noise. Please forgive that, but they're out there conversing and enjoying themselves. So anyway, guys, so the next thing I'm going to do is go in with this multi-chrome. And that is beautiful. The multi-chrome here. Oh, chef's kiss. I love it, love it, love it. So I'm just going to lay this down now. This beautiful multi-chrome. And guys, I just can't get over just how soft and buttery. And just look at that. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous shadows. I'm definitely good. Ooh, because like lately I'm like looking at eyeshadow palettes and I'm like, but I have that. Do I really want to order it again? You know, these color stories, like for me, are I have a lot of these color stories already, and am I going to get something new out of it? And like for me, like if I'm going to invest my money, I want to invest in color stories I don't really have so that, you know, I can get a wider variety of looks. And I love just playing with my makeup and getting different looks and having fun. So I might go in and just order some singles just because I've gotten some colors here I don't have in my collection here. And I think that I would enjoy that. So the next thing I'm going to do is create this liner with this beautiful blue. And I'm just going to go right next to my lash line, and I'm going to go right under here. And I'm going to go on top, sort of halfway in again. And right next to the lash line, I'm just going to lay this down. I'm going to bring it right to the corner. And I'm going to try to do my wings just a little more subtly than what I have been doing them. I tried to do them a little bit bigger before, and I really didn't like that look on me. Like maybe it's the shape of my eyes or something, but I just didn't really like that big wing look on me. So I'm going to do more of a baby wing, and maybe that'll look better on me. Now this is my hard side because I get a bit wonky over here because I have some damage on my right side. And so I'm just gonna do that, but I'll clean that up. And that's the thing, like that's why makeup too is fun for me, is that like, you know, I'm not well, but this is still something I can manage, and it's something that's making me feel good. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna go here and I'm just gonna rub this along my lash line and just blend it a little bit. And just bring that out a bit. And like I said, I'll snatch that with my Cheekbone Beauty multi-purpose pencil. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I'll snatch that out in a minute. Another thing I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna use this blue, this deep blue, and I'm just gonna go just slightly in right here into my crease. And because like I have some mobility issues, to do graphic work would be extremely hard for me. So this is a fun way that I'm getting some sort of hint of graphic look without doing like a real bang up graphic tee. So, and it also is darkening just right here in the corner. That's going to give my makeup a little bit of depth because I want to create some depth. And I'm just going to take this beautiful multi-chrome and I just got to go right here just because I did that on the other side as well. Just putting a little bit of that multi-chrome down there. I just like a little bit of that bling there. I'm going to use my Cheekbone Beauty multi-stick. I do like to keep it sharpened as well to give me a more finer point. There we go. So now I got a little wing, and I find that looks so much better than the bigger wings that I was doing. I think this is much more flattering. But you know what? That's the thing with playing with makeup. You're going to try different things and see what works for you and what you like in your own personal taste. And you know, I think that's fabulous. So I'm just going to use my my e.l.f. palette, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone. And I'm going to do my inner corner, and I'm just going to, and I like to go up a little bit as well, just right there to give that highlight and come down. That's good. And then I'm going to do my nose. I'm going to go straight down. I got to be careful there because I can feel that in my back. And then, perfect. And then I'm going to go in with my, this brush here. And I like to use that to contour my nose. And I believe that Patrick Ta has a really nice nose contouring brush as well. You know what, I'm fine with this one. I like using this one, and I'm just a makeup enthusiast. I'm not a makeup artist, and I mean the tools that they must have. Oh, just amazing. I do like to watch makeup artists as well, but at the end of the day, I mean, their skills are far beyond what I'm going to do. I'm never going to work on a model, or I'm never going to work on a movie star. But, sometimes I do my friends' makeup for fun, and just give them my perspective on what, might look good on them. And that way they can just see if they like it or not. It's just fun. Again, we're just playing around. And would I let them do it to me? Absolutely. You never know, if you're going to learn something or not. Oh, that looks great, guys. I really like this look. It's looking great. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a powdered bronzer. And for the powdered bronzer, I think I'm just going to use the e.l.f. palette, because these bronzers in this palette are actually quite nice as well. And there's nothing wrong with them. This is a really nice formula. And this palette is quite affordable. I mean, I think $13, and you get a contour shade, a bronzer, and then like I got my highlight shade there. I don't really use that one. Maybe someday I'll play with it and figure out a use for it for myself. But right now, it's not a color that I usually use, and that's okay. Then I'm going to go in with my blush, and I'm just going to use the powdered blush from my Morphe palette. And guys, if you're looking for a more affordable brand at Sephora like these, I think they were like 26 Canadian dollars. And I got it on the Sephora sale. And oh, these are really nice palettes. Like, they're performing beautifully and lasting throughout the day. And it's a nice formula. So if it's something you're curious about, at least after party, I really like this. It's a really nice blush. So the next thing I'm going to do is just go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Setting Powder. We'll just set my face. Lovely. And then I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Nice. And that just melts it all together. All right, I have no idea why I did that, but it was sort of weird. Anyway, I'm feeling creative. That's why I think that's what it must be, because of my eyeshadow look. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to step off. I'm going to put on my mascara, and I'll be back in a minute. I'm back, and I have my mascara on, and today I used my Charlotte Tilbury Exagger-Eyes. And for my lips, I used Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat and Pillow Talk. And for my lippy, I used an Oden from the Love Language collection, Love Language, which is such a pretty color to go with this type of look, because this to me is very 60s inspired. I had a lot of fun today creating this look. So anyway, guys, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, and that way you're notified of any future video uploads. Also, if you enjoyed today's content, give my video a like. It would really help me out. As well, leave a comment. I would love to know your opinion. What did you think of this look today? Anyway, guys, I gotta say I'm feeling good and I'm ready for my day. And I wish all of you guys a good day too. Bye.